It's February 2022, a cold winter night. I am lonely, I am numb, and doing some mundane math homework. I think about how it won't progress life any further. And then my brother sends me this.
Let's go! Alright, now we need the crowd here. Sonic!
Sonic, 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 Sonic.
If you don't know what's happening, I can divulge. That's a live fan fiction reading of Sonichu, aka Sonichu Prime. It's a web comic written by internet fossil Chris Chan. It follows an OC who is a morph between Sonic and Pikachu. It's as bad as you'd think it would be. What I primarily needed to know is where my brother was and how I could chant Sonic too. It's 1 year later, and I've recently begun a prescription on fluoxetine, a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. I have had problems feeling emotions correctly. The medication makes me tired and thirsty all the time. I begin to wonder if it's a problem with me, or just everyone else not being provoking enough. I lay in bed, watching the snow whittle down my window, amounting to nothing but a flake among millions. Then, I get a call. My journey begins in a tumultuous car ride to the Wisconsin Center. My conspirators include my brother and his roommate. We have forgotten our masks. We need masks, but what's worse, we all have anxiety. This means one of us has to walk into a Walgreens and buy the facial covering, but that requires social interaction. After quick deliberation, my brother and I volunteer as tribute. The only caveat is he's decked out in his costume, Gendo Ikari from existential coming-of-age mecha fighter anime Neon Genesis Evangelion. We wander through the pharmacy, riddled with self-conscious glares. I try to dispel their stares, and for a moment I find solace in being accompanied by a man dressed as a fictional character. In fact, just for a moment, I feel more than I ever had in years. It gives me a rush. We get to the convention. They have masks there. Story of my life. It does not bother me though, because right away, I can't help but be delighted. I see a spectrum of bright colors, true passion, and radical human honesty. People dressed as wild creatures, liberated personas, and just about every other thing from each crevice of the pop culture incarnate. In fact, I have taken part in the celebrations, sporting a handcrafted Nintendo Switch cosplay. The sheer joy injected upon my veins over the next 2 days creates a heavy dopamine imbalance. I do not believe mankind was made to be this freed. To list carefully with swiftness and precision, here is what I took part upon. Concessions sell merchandise ranging from innuendo adjacent to straight up hentai. Artists making a name for themselves, each one as talented as the next, showcasing their imagination. Visuals a platitude, a platform of expression. Manga and anime, Chewbacca and Bowsette, people waving their hands aimlessly in the air, succumbing to the multiverse. Cute plushies and serrated swords with mythological terror. The culture is infinite. The possibilities, endless. At night, there is a room, hidden in plain sight. Inside, hundreds of people chant to their favorite theme songs. An A-list band from across the ocean performs their hit songs from your favorite anime, like Haiku and Dr. Stone. Within the crowd are various familiar faces. It feels slightly nostalgic, like a family reunion on some alleyway LSD. Dedicated fans, or people who want a free ticket to the convention, can run a panel. They range from Death Note Mafia to Sexiest Anime Man Debate. The answer to the latter is Lloyd from Spy Family. I personally went to Quirk Analysis with Deku, which turned out to be an awful stand-up routine, but the effort, or lack thereof, was something to admire in itself. I miss out on this year's live reading of Sonichu, but I'm so tired from the mix of fluoxetine and existing on my toes for 12 straight hours. I do not complain. After a long 2 days of adventure and intrigue, we decide to end our escapades with the Nocturnal Underground, a dance that promises to be the rave to end all raves. But before so, I lay in a chair, chugging a Bang Energy. I watch a newscast about a boulder crashing through someone's house. It makes me laugh. Then I remember there is still a war in Ukraine. That makes me laugh even more. I begin to think that maybe it isn't everyone else who's the problem, but just the people who don't dress up every day. By putting on clothes they label socially acceptable, they are the ones wearing costumes, pretending to be someone else. In fact, is it not everyone's prerogative to feel everything? To experience it all? To dance scantily clad as an idol, or be a knight in shining armor? Is it not more provoking to try and actually live life every day and be uncomfortable? To chant Sonic, get slapped in the face, and play games? Who wants to wear monotone H&M apparel? The former of it all sounds much more enticing. Nevertheless, it is time to dance. I enter the scene and instantly know that I and everyone else here belongs here, exactly at this moment. Riddled with undertones of what are probably highly illegal substances, I see Hatsune Miku and her Vocaloid contemporaries entertain a group of eccentric individuals. By now, I have come to understand it is not what you do that matters, but how you do it. And when I say how you do it, I mean, did you put your heart on your shoulder? Did you put your heart out for the world to see and judge? Because I know that every break dancer,
Team Rocket toe stepper,
Skin tight bird upper,
Young Gravy lookaliker,
Sexy Mario member,
man in pink scarf,
Catman,
Cat Ninja,
Fair Maiden,
parkour expert,
and promiscuous cow showed a little bit of their heart that day. And for that, I respect it. And I love it.